What's going on, guys? It's your average consumer, and today we're gonna be going over a ton of new features coming over to your iPhone with iOS 16. Now, I've been on the beta for a few weeks now, and the guys have been on the public beta for some time too. So today we're gonna go over some of the cool things you're gonna be able to do, and some of the things that we haven't tried, we'll try here today. But before we get started and talk about all the cool new features, we're gonna give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, Anker. Now, a lot of us are familiar with Anker. They've been making some of the best chargers for mobile devices for about as long as I've been doing YouTube, which is like 10 years. And they just dropped a new line of products. This is actually their GAN Prime line. And we've got about 3 out of the 6 new items that they've just dropped. And this is their most intelligent multi-device fast charging system they've created so far. So check it out, guys. Right here, we've got their new 735 charger, 737, as well as the 747. These are super small. They're gonna absolutely be able to fast charge any phone you plug into them, but they're also gonna be able to quickly charge up full-blown laptops. Now, these obviously have a lot of power behind them, but they're also intelligent. So you're probably wondering how, right? Well, with the Power IQ 4, they're gonna be able to automatically detect the power requirements of your laptop, tablet, smartphone, and give the proper power distribution to it so that it charges it very efficiently and as fast as possible. So if you've got multiple devices connected to this, you got your iPad, your iPhone, you can charge them up at max speed and do it the right way. So they did a really good job here. If you guys wanna get your hands on them, I'll of course have links down below in the description. You guys already know this is going into the gadget backpack ASAP. Especially this 120. This thing is dope. But they also got some other stuff. Check them all out, links below. Now, let's talk about them features. Now, I feel like iOS 16 came in with a lot of the features that I've been waiting for. First off, we're gonna talk about the lock screen. So let me tell you guys, this lock screen is extremely customizable now. You guys can see I got my boy Austin over here.
Okay, so every time you unlock it, you get different things.
Yeah, so you can set that up. So if you want to cycle through different photos for your lock screen, now you can do that. But when you long press the screen, you can actually go in and customize. You can pick between different lock screens that you want to use in the moment. So you got options, you can just keep going, you can make a whole bunch. What's also pretty cool is that you can link a focus to some of the lock screens. So for those of you who aren't familiar with focuses, they're basically like a do not disturb mode, which you can customize. So some people can disturb you while some can't. If you're trying to do some work, you know, that can be really useful. But now let's talk about the customization, right? So you got different elements that you can customize. You got your photos that you can choose from. You also have the clocks. You can change the font. I'm not gonna lie, I'm super basic and I like the very first option. But you can also change the colors. And if none of these colors work for you, you can hit the color wheel over here and be very specific.
Oh, basically, you can pick any.
Yeah, they're all available. Now, not only can you change the font, you can go ahead and change different elements as well. As you can see, there are 3 tiers here. The very top one, you can have as your calendar, but you can also, you know, have alarms, fitness stuff, reminders, and at the bottom, you can add even bigger icons or smaller. So you can put the things that matter the most to you, calendar events, battery tracking.
It's like a widget.
Basically, it's like having widgets on your lock screen, and it's really useful. Now, another cool feature with the lock screen is notifications, how those are handled. You now swipe up from the bottom. So instead of having to have your beautiful lock screen be blocked by a ton of notifications, you never get to really see your picture. Now you do. I think you can also change how the notifications behave in your settings menu. Now let's get to the next really big thing, and that's with messages. So with messages, let's say I were to write Jay, and I'm like, oh man, I didn't put the question mark behind what's up. I'm such an idiot. I can go and edit now, and boom, I can edit my messages now. Yeah. You have 15 minutes to edit a message, 15 minutes to unsend a message or edit a message. But if you unsend or edit a message, the other person will see that you edited a message or you unsent something. So here's the thing, you have to have iOS 16 on both devices. So if you're on iOS 15 and I'm on 16 and I try to unsend the message, you're still gonna see it. The person with iOS 15 still sees the message. but you'll get a notification saying that person on the other end, if they don't have the updated iOS, they probably saw your message. So it'll give you a warning. So now there's another cool thing with your messages. Let's say somebody's been hitting you up, spamming you, and you're one of those people who hate to see the little blue dots like, oh, I gotta jump into that. You can actually go into one of your messages or a message that just came in, and you just mark it as read by swiping over to the right, and boom. But maybe you saw the message and you don't want to forget that you need to respond. You can actually mark as unread. I know.
Worst texter alive.
That's fair. That's fair. That's not even an exaggeration. I'm a work in progress, you guys. Apple's helping. I'm trying. Now they've got some pretty cool features now coming to the Photos app, and they're interesting. So now if you've taken a photo, you can completely crop out the subject and use it for, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. So I got my boy Austin over here, and all I have to do is give it a short hold, and you guys can see that he is now glowing, and boom, he's cropped out. And what that looks like, let's say I want to share this, I can go ahead and share this with anybody. You guys can see, let's say, I'll send this to Jay. So now we just got this crop out of whatever subject you want, and we've been messing around with this, and it's a pretty cool feature. It's perfect for memes, honestly, but also good for in more practical uses. I don't know, if you want to make an invitation for a party or something and you want to cut out a photo of the person you're having the party for, it makes it really easy to access that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool feature. It is absolutely insane that an iPhone can do this. How often will regular, everyday folks use it? Who knows? Now, also in the Photos app, there was this great feature where you can now copy text from photos. You can also do it from videos now. So you got, let's say, this text right here, right? This is a video, and you can just highlight the text. You can go ahead, copy stuff, look it up. It has been really useful to have it in photos, but now having it in videos, I'm not gonna be mad at that. And speaking of messages, something really interesting is if you have, let's say, temperatures written here, but you don't know what the temperature is, it can automatically go ahead and convert it for you. Does that work with measurements too, like other measurements? Oh shoot, it works with other measurements, 5 feet. Now the measurements are a little bit, makes a little bit more sense. So if you got like, hey, I need a 3-yard plank of wood, I don't know. You know exactly what to ask for at home. Well, you could just say 3-yard, whatever. You know what I'm saying, guys. Conversions are cool in messages. Now something pretty cool coming to FaceTime is actually live caption. So I'm gonna FaceTime Kevin. So check it out, guys.
Yo.
Got my guy Kevin over here. So all you have to do is hit this little eye right here. Live captions, you turn that on. So it's not very accurate. It's fair, because this is in beta, you guys. But the potential is there. I think this is a really cool feature. So this is something where, like, let's say you've got friends who might be hard of hearing. Now FaceTime is an option for you guys to communicate. I think that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, you can now unlock in landscape mode, which is interesting. I never thought about unlocking my phone in landscape mode. When is anybody ever doing that? I mean, I'm sure most people didn't even know that their phones couldn't unlock in landscape mode, so there's that. Okay, so there's this really interesting feature called a shared library. Now, for those of us who first heard it, we were just like, basically the photos that you take on your phone, you can actually automatically share them with some people that you have in mind. Most likely people that are very close to you, maybe parents or significant other, something like that. Not really just like your friends, people who are very close. Now, there are some options here. You can share all of your photos in your entire library or up to a specific date, or you can share photos of certain people. Maybe you just want to share photos of your kid with his or her grandparents. You have the ability to do that. So I do think people will need to take some time to warm up to the idea of it. What if I take a picture of Austin and Ari's in the background looking busted? Like, do I want to share that? which will never happen. You're right, babe. But what if it happens? Then, you know, who knows? She might not want my parents to see that, even though they're his grandparents. So you gotta be really intentional about how you use that kind of feature. But it is cool that it exists. I'm curious, how many of you would use that feature? Now, another really cool feature is called continuity camera, where you can basically use the cameras on your iPhone to work as like a webcam for your Mac. Now, you will need the newest version of macOS Ventura, so it won't be accessible to just everybody right away. But let's go ahead and try it. For camera selection, we'll use Judner's iPhone. Oh, wow, I'm not gonna lie. That looks so much cleaner. Can we just kind of go back to the FaceTime camera? Oh, look at the difference. But when you put on my iPhone's camera, there we go, we looking good. Look at them clouds, you see the clouds in the background? That dynamic range is very different. Your webcam, and all you have to do is have it close by. There's no lag. It looks really good. This is my first time using it, so it's actually really, really impressive. Now, there's another cool aspect to using your phone as your webcam. There's this cool thing called desk view. Now, I'm holding my phone, but ideally you would have it mounted on the top of your laptop. There's gonna be accessories for that, but you can actually go from, let's say we're in the photo booth app, you can go into your control center and your video effects, and you can turn on something called desk view. So with desk view, you're basically able to use your phone as a top-down shot. And I think can you zoom out? Yeah. That's wild. First time using this too. Just so you know. I've known about the feature, but it's my first time actually trying it. And that's pretty cool. Now, another cool feature coming, again, using FaceTime. Let's say I'm on a call with Kevin again, but I wanna jump off of this call with my Mac, and I wanna go ahead and take it on my iPhone. You'll see there's a little icon right here at the top of my iPhone where I can just tap it. So instead of being stuck to my Mac, like I gotta get out of here, just swap it over. You can head on out, do what you need to do. It just hands it off right to your phone. And you can do the vice versa too. So I think that's really cool. If you're on the go, you wanna swap between devices, you have that ability. That's pretty cool. That about wraps it up for this video, guys. These were all the coolest features coming to the iPhone. There's a lot more that we could go over, but we'd be here all day. So be on the lookout for the update for iOS 16 on your phone, or if you grab one of the new iPhones, you can get it there. But hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you walked away knowing all of the cool stuff that you can do with your phone, or you're gonna be able to do with your phone. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace.